Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Jerm here. As you guys can see up on the screen today, I want to talk a little bit about SoFi Technologies Incorporated. This is ticker symbol SOFI, or SoFi as we all know it. Obviously a very, very popular kind of retail trader stock, very popular on all different kinds of social medias. The Reddit is always popping off, has a ton of people following it, checking it out every single day. Twitter usually popping, and then YouTube, the videos do pretty well as well. That's why I keep making a lot of these videos, because it is a super, super fun stock to follow. Always a ton of catalysts, always a ton of news. People always have a ton of thoughts and opinions, and the stock is very, very volatile on the upside and the downside, which makes it a ton of fun to watch. As you guys can see up here, great day for SoFi today. 6.02% up. After hours, we're down 0.47%, which, really, it's pretty flat. That's like nothing, and I wouldn't read too much into the after hours trading anyway. Low volume, high volatility, not really anything that's going to be too meaningful, but man, this thing went crazy. Closing yesterday at 12.13, and closing today at 12.86. Very, very good day for SoFi, and we do have some interesting stories and some exciting news to talk about for this stock as well. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this. I would appreciate it a ton, and subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Also, just kind of keep in mind that, as always, no financial advice is being given in this video. I'm not telling you to buy or sell or do anything like that. Just going over the news, talking about a stock, giving some of my thoughts and opinions, and sometimes talking about it, for my own personal investing kind of point of view or experience or whatever. But with that being said, let's get right into this one. Obviously, really, really good day in the markets today. Dow Jones up 0.86, S&P up 1.45%, NASDAQ up over 2%. Very, very strong day for the NASDAQ, and the Russell 2000 up 1.86%. A ton of green everywhere. A lot of stocks were up very, very good. Now, were these last couple of weeks the bottom of the market? Is February going to be an awesome month? Is the rest of 2022 going to be amazing? Nobody knows. Obviously, February could still end up being really, really bad, and could still be a ton of blood in the streets, and things could go even lower. This could just be a short uptrend, a bull trap before we kind of crash back down even further. Who knows? But it is at least exciting to finally be seeing some heavy, heavy green in the markets, especially with, just how awful January was, how awful 2022 has been, how awful the end of 2021 has been for a lot of these stocks. And again, I think it's an exciting time because a ton of stocks in the market, including SoFi, are continuing to pump out a bunch of good news. They're giving good quarter four earnings reports and results. They're giving good quarter one 2022 and full year 2022 guidance, and making progress, new features, all these new announcements and stuff. Obviously, SoFi came out with the bank charter, but a lot of stocks are still trading near 52-week lows. That is a very, very exciting time when you can get good news, good momentum, good forward projections, good, obviously we don't know what SoFi's 2022 guidance is going to be. We don't know what their fourth quarter 2021 was like, but I think a lot of people assume we're going to get some good news there. And still be able to get the stock at, lower prices. That doesn't necessarily mean good prices or great prices, but it means lower than, a lot of people's average cost basis is for these stocks. That is very, very exciting. Now, obviously, year to date, SoFi is still down. So, sometimes you see like, oh, the stock was up 6% today. Like, crap, I missed the boat. I was thinking about buying it and it ran up like crazy. But it's like, no, this thing is still beaten down pretty significantly. We're still down 44% over the past 52 weeks. We're still down 18% year to date. And yeah, we are having a last good couple of days. We're up 11% in the last few days. This thing was 11.10 a couple of days ago. It was, 10.51 is a 52-week low. And 52-week highs are around $25. So this thing does still have a lot of potential, a lot of room to run. But again, no guarantee at all that we have found the bottom yet in this thing or in the market in general. Now, for some of the news about SoFi, this is the top post on SoFi stock subreddit. SoFi is now trolling the competition, the best kind of advertising, which is really, really funny. SoFi has the SoFi Breakup Challenge. Enter the SoFi Breakup Challenge for a chance to win $25,000 in SoFi reward points, $25,000. Bad banking got you down. Move on with SoFi. Use our trending sound on TikTok to create your SoFi Breakup Challenge video, and you could win a part of $75,000 in SoFi reward points. Now, I think they were saying like, I don't know. It says 25,000 and 75,000. I think it's like maybe top prize is 25,000 and then the total prize added together 75,000, something like that. I don't know, but this is super, super good. We have already heard CEO Anthony Noto and people involved with SoFi talk about how they want to take market share away from traditional financial institutions. They want to take away market share from big banks. They see that as an awesome opportunity and potential growth area for them. So doing things like this, where they are saying, hey, yeah, they're directly, stating their goal to their customer base. Like, yes, bad banking got you down. Hey, come to SoFi. We're the new, cool, better version of banking, the better financial institution. We're gonna have an awesome app. We're gonna have a ton of features. We're gonna give you great deals. We're gonna give you great rates. We're gonna do everything right. We're gonna give you 1% APY on checking, which is just amazing. There's so many good things about SoFi, and a lot of people, especially younger people first kind of getting into things, a lot of people aren't that fond of a lot of the big banks, a lot of the financial institutions. They've screwed over a lot of people. They have a bad rap, they have a bad reputation, they have a lot of these things, and then SoFi being there to kind of swoop in and steal away customers from them, I do think is a huge opportunity. Also, obviously, using things like TikTok, using things like cash prizes, doing this directly in your face advertising of stating their goal and the call to action, giving people a reason to come switch over, I think is really, really great. And I think they're going to see a lot of, benefits and rewards from this, which I think is awesome. So I thought this was very, very cool to see. Also, we had a post of just people, comparing some fintech stocks and some different, financial-ish type stocks. New SoFi, Ally, and Hood. Obviously, we have a lot of fourth quarter earnings reports and stuff coming up. Some have already happened. Some are on their way. But, just kind of comparing the different companies and where they're at and stuff right now. Obviously, we have the different amounts of market cap for them. We have the different annual sales, annual net income, last quarter sales, last quarter net income. Obviously a big problem for SoFi right now is just the fact that they are still losing money. Last quarter still losing money there. Obviously annual net income still losing money, and some of these are profitable, some of these are not. And it's just kind of, it'll be interesting, to make the different comparisons and stuff there, especially once we get through the full earnings season. Obviously, people are very, very excited about the SoFi earnings that are set to come up. So it's going to be cool to see where they're at. And then obviously, it's going to be big to compare them to the other fintech stocks, because a lot of these stocks move together, but also you want to make sure you're leading in the industry. You want to make sure your stock is performing well. You want to make sure your growth is in line or better than a lot of your other competitors. And that overall you're just making good moves and good plays. So I thought it was kind of interesting, overall a good breakdown for people to kind of, check out different companies in the market and in the sector and everything. Then we had this post about, withstanding drawdowns. This is a graph of Monster Energy, which is an amazingly performing stock over the past, couple of decades. Monster has been an absolute beast. For some people, it's the best stock they've ever owned. It's really a crazy, crazy story. But what they show here is, this stock went down over 50% 3 times in its history. And then one time it went down 48%. And then even recently it's gone down 30%. But the point of this is that even great stocks, even amazing performing stocks, even stocks with an amazing future ahead of them and amazing growth potential, go through a ton of volatility. And, especially early days, you can see early on, that's when they were down 88%. That's when, kind of volatility and speculation and all these things are at their highest. It's where you get, especially before your stocks ran up a ton, before it's made people a lot of money, before it's been a huge success. That's when you have a lot of paper hands in it. You have a lot of people who don't necessarily believe in the stock, or people who just recently got into it. They don't have as much reason to hold or as much conviction or whatever. Obviously, SoFi has been a very, very volatile stock. When you kind of zoom out on this thing, it's gone down 40% there. It's gone down, close to 40% there. Recently, we are down over 50%. And the point is, some people see that as, whoa, this is way too volatile for me, or whoa, this is just a bad stock. It was way overvalued. Look at how far it's crashed down. It's never coming back. And hey, sometimes that's true, but also recognize and understand that some great companies do experience huge amounts of volatility, and being able to withstand that volatility and come back bigger, better, stronger than ever. One, again, it can make your shareholders a lot more money, giving them opportunities to average down and buy shares even cheaper. But two, it can really build you strength in the long term. And, it doesn't necessarily have to be a death sentence for companies like you see here for Monster Energy, which I thought was super, super cool. Then there was also people talking about this. This is from Wall Street Bets. Obviously, this is still about SoFi, but you got to start out by telling the story of Disney. This guy was saying how he used Google Trends, how he used DisneyPlus.com Begin to kind of predict that Disney was going to have an awesome earnings report with growth of their Disney Plus service. He used this thing to see that, hey, from third quarter to fourth quarter, the Google Trends data shows that Disney Plus is performing pretty good. So, hey, Disney might have some really good earnings if they're showing some Disney Plus growth. I kind of pulled this up about Disney Plus where you can see, over the past year, hey, it hit its peak in, December of 2021, so fourth quarter, it seems like Disney Plus was doing pretty good. And then obviously today we saw Disney Plus have amazing results and Disney have some amazing earnings. So people were trying to say, hey, can we do the same type of thing for SoFi? And, here is the SoFi chart. This is the past 5 years, but, I guess we can look at even the past year for Google searches, and you will see that fourth quarter of 2021 was not super great for SoFi. September to October, it kind of had its 2021 spike. And obviously that's not going to, that's kind of the start of fourth quarter, but not really going to be included in fourth quarter. So, is SoFi going to have kind of amazing results or amazing earnings here? I don't know, not necessarily, but the really exciting thing is that I was covering a little bit of it up, but you can see here's kind of the fourth quarter area where it's kind of in line with where it was before. It's not necessarily a huge breakout, but we could still see some decent numbers for SoFi, at least based off the Google Trend stuff. But what is exciting is you see into 2022, this is where we're getting a massive spike. 2022 is already bigger for SoFi in terms of search terms on Google than any time period we saw throughout the entire year of 2021. And if you go back 5 years, it's, the biggest time we've seen ever for SoFi. And it's really interesting because part of that is obviously it says right here, SoFi Stadium, SoFi stock, SoFi loans, a lot of the things that people are searching for, SoFi student loans, and it's peaking right now. So maybe fourth quarter isn't going to be the most crazy or the most exciting or the most insane earnings ever, but it could be giving really, really good guidance into 2022. And even if this earnings report isn't that great, again, stocks are forward looking. And if you're a long-term investor, the future, should mean a lot more to you. So, hey, things could be getting better either way. But I thought this was kind of interesting to look at. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about SOFI. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.